Hello BTS lovers! Today, the world witnessed a rare moment that blurred the line between performance and reality. Amid the roar of spotlights and millions of digital gazes, two members of BTS, Jungkook and Jimin, did something unusual. They didn't just perform, they opened up. Not as global celebrities, nor as products of South Korea's entertainment industry, but as human beings. And that's what made the moment not only viral, but historic. Amid the surge of highly polished and market-strategized content, their action felt like a violation of the unwritten rules of the entertainment world. They took off the mask. In a session that initially seemed like an ordinary promotional appearance, Jungkook and Jimin suddenly chose to speak spontaneously, emotionally, and most rarely honestly. There was no script, no censorship, only words that flowed from personal experiences long held back behind their image. Jungkook, long known as the golden magne, perfect in singing, dancing, even visuals, suddenly admitted that this perfection often burdened him with nearly inhuman expectations. Sometimes I feel like I'm not myself. I'm just doing what the world wants to see from me, he confessed with a trembling voice. At the same time, the camera captured Jimin's reddening eyes, as if fully understanding the weight his friend was expressing. That statement shocked not only ARMY, their fans, but also journalists and industry analysts. BTS has long symbolized self-control, extreme professionalism, and an almost flawless image. Yet within minutes, all of that was dismantled from within by the members themselves, not through scandal, but through sincerity. Jimin added, in a soft yet piercing voice, "We can stand here because of everyone's love, but we're human too. We also have bad days, we also cry, we've also felt alone." His words didn't just sound like a confession, but more like a release. In a world that constantly demands strength from celebrities, those words served as a reminder that true strength often comes from the courage to be vulnerable. The response was immediate. In less than an hour, topics about Jungkook and Jimin dominated global social media trends. There was no excessive sensationalism or drama. Instead, there was a massive wave of empathy from fans to the broader public, calling the moment one of the most sincere acts of emotional courage in K-pop history. Cultural communication experts and psychologists also weighed in. Dr. Lena Seo, a social psychology lecturer at Yonsei University, described Jungkook and Jimin's actions as a real-life example of a counter-narrative to the dehumanization of artists in the modern entertainment industry. When two of the most public figures choose to show their wounds, they don't just dismantle an image, they build a much deeper emotional bridge with the public, she said. What Jungkook and Jimin did today wasn't just an emotional moment. It was a turning point. In an entertainment landscape increasingly saturated with performativity, BTS, through the honesty of two of its members, showed that authenticity still has a place. That tears are not weakness, but a part of strength long suppressed by a system demanding relentless perfection. The question now is, will this action open the way for other artists to do the same? Or will it make them vulnerable to a system already used to silencing honesty? One thing is certain, Jungkook and Jimin have sparked an important conversation about what it means to be human in a world that demands you to be an icon with a single moment. Two individuals behind the name BTS rewrote an important chapter in the relationship between the public and their idols. They didn't just break the emotional boundaries that are tightly guarded in the entertainment world. They tore through them with a courage that shook the world. And today, for the first time in a long while, the world didn't just see BTS. The world saw Jungkook and Jimin as they truly are. However, behind the surge of overflowing emotions sparked by Jungkook and Jimin's statements, a big question arises in many people's minds. Are we truly witnessing pure sincerity? Or merely watching a scenario crafted with extreme precision, as the world stood still while two BTS members unveiled their most personal sides? A part of the public began to wonder, And it's a fair question. Is this an authentic moment? Or just a perfectly packaged narrative designed to steal global media attention? In the digital age, where reality and performance move almost side by side without a clear boundary, we must remember one thing. Not everything that touches our hearts comes from pure honesty. It could very well stem from a highly intelligent communication strategy designed by a team that fully understands how to manipulate viewers' emotions. It should be noted that the touching moment of Jungkook and Jimin circulating on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Twitter comes from quickly spread video clips. But have we reviewed the full context of those videos? Were those clips presented completely, or had they undergone deliberate emotional selection so that we only see the sides they want to show? This is the moment to re-examine the narratives we consume. Are we witnessing unedited truth, or just fragments of a drama intentionally wrapped in sincerity, for clicks, views, and mass sympathy? Let's reflect. Why did this event happen now? Why did it emerge amid rumors of a big comeback, solo projects, or BTS's contract changes? Doesn't the entertainment industry often use emotional moments as tools of distraction or brand reinforcement? Could this really be a coincidence? Or is it actually part of a very calculated PR strategy? Some fans will certainly say, no, they wouldn't fake it. That was clearly real. But the question is, are we too eager to believe? Has our desire to see our idols as sincere human beings blinded us to the possibility that this could be choreographed? That doesn't mean we must be cynical. But healthy skepticism is crucial. Amid a flood of information, we must be able to distinguish between authentic expression and manipulated narrative. Because every tear, every trembling voice, even every gaze can be constructed. And social media, like TikTok or Twitter, can easily become a space for spreading illusions crafted to feel real. Are we seeing real people, or a narrative created to make us believe in the version of people we want to see? Not only that. Let's examine the sources. The viral clips, as found on fan-based TikTok accounts, YouTube reaction channels, and Twitter threads, have not been officially verified by BTS's agency, HYB. There's no confirmation stating that the moment was unscripted. In fact, some videos are suspected to be edited, enhanced with dramatic music, and subtitled in ways that may not be accurate. So the question is, if the source is unclear, why are we so quick to believe it? Has virality become stronger than truth itself? We, as a responsible media outlet, state that this information still requires further verification. Therefore, we invite you, the intelligent reader, to remain skeptical. Don't let emotions dictate truth. Don't swallow information whole just because it moves your heart. Reflect again. What is the motive behind this moment? Who benefits from this narrative of sincerity? Has a similar pattern ever occurred before? Has the media, including us, unconsciously helped amplify a narrative that may not be true? We live in an era where information and illusion appear in almost identical forms. This event, however moving, demands us to think deeper, not just feel deeper. Ultimately, we're not asking you to believe or deny. We only ask one thing: question everything. Because in a world where emotions can be sold and sincerity can be manufactured, our only defense is critical thinking. Don't let an emotional story become absolute truth just because it feels true. Because sometimes, what feels true is actually furthest from reality.